Hello everybody, hi. I am the champion of speedrunning a game called Crystal Call. I have both the Any% and All Orbs categories under my name, and as of my last video, I've improved my record in order to hold my lead. But what if I told you this game goes deeper? A land of new tricks, fancy out-of-bounds abuse, and wall clipping. What if I told you this game has a slightly hidden leaderboard for individual levels that people have been posting to as recently as 7 months ago? You see, upon my discovery of this, I was a little upset. For what reason do I hold 2 full game record times when there are not 16 but 32 record times that I don't have? Well, I'm proud to say that today is the day we remedy that. All 32 records are now solidly underneath my name, and I finally have every world record that Crystal Call Speedrunning has to offer. Let's take a look at just how wild these individual level runs can be. Okay, so let's get started with the Any% here. In level 1, we're pretty much just going to be running straight forward faster than anyone's ever done it, so it'll be pretty easy for me to explain a couple of things here. First off, we're going through the Any% before the All Orbs categories first, because the All Orbs categories only deviate the route slightly, and I think it'll be interesting to show that afterwards. As you can see there though, if you slide off of a ledge, you still have your jump to use before your air dash, and that's very important, as you'll see here in level 2. You can slide off the ledges and make the jump all the way over with your air dash. It's very useful for making a long distance jump, and right here we use it again to skip an entire corner. Bada bing bada boom, level 2 Any% world record. Coming into level 3 here, this is pretty much the strat that I used for the Any% full game world record, but I did manage to get it faster than anybody on the individual level records board, so there we are. And as you'll notice with this stage and the last one, we collected the orbs on the Any% run, so these won't be changing with the All Orbs route. Level 4 is also pretty basic. Unfortunately for the person that held the record before me, they did a lot of jumps to these walls that you really don't have to do. And if we cut those out and we have a clean ending like this one, there we are, almost touching the pillars but getting a world record. Level 5 is interesting. Now this is something I'll have to explain. We're jumping up here and you can see the timer in the top right doesn't start until that moment. There's basically a starting line in this game. The in-game timer won't start until you've run past it, so in this stage we actually get a better route by, before crossing the line, finding a different path. Now this stage is interesting. We clip through the wall and we're already done. This trick is very inconsistent and super hard to do, but you have to shoot this and jump at the same time, land on the platform, jump and air dash, and then not touch pillars or walls to get the world record. It was crazy. Level 7 here, we actually jump out of bounds. I didn't know about this until I looked at the individual world records, but this could easily be implemented in the Any% world record for sure. On this stage, as well as some other stages, you may have noticed I start by walking backwards, and that's because of the starting line thing that I was talking about. Basically, we can get more running speed to start the game off before the timer even begins, like right here. We get to full speed right for where the timer starts. I'm not sure if level 9 was hard for me to contest. I honestly don't remember doing this run. A lot of these though were empty before I showed up to the leaderboard, so many of them were just free records for me to take. But the ones that weren't, I will tell you, they did take me a long time. This run right here for level 10, kind of ridiculous. You have to slide off this ledge, and you barely make it into range to boost to the cannons. Definitely a bit of a trick shot. Hard to get the full speed that you need off the ledge to actually make it to the cannon range. Level 11, here we bounce off of a little invisible spot that gets us our jump air dash back. And then we can hop out of bounds here, jump off this little top spot, and we've skipped pretty much the entire stage. That's a neat little strat, but it is very inconsistent to go on that pillar, so I don't think it's something I would implement in a normal any percent run or something like that. Level 12, we save a little bit of time by jumping onto that wall instead of going sideways for the whole platform. And then here, in my last video I talked about this, you just skip off the little bricks there, and you're right at the end of the stage. Little time saves, but faster than anyone else has done it. Level 14, one of my favorite stages for sure. Bounce through here, and we get this neat little trick shot, boost onto the elevator, and we've skipped to the end. Level 15, another one of my favorites for sure. We jump up here, bounce off the wall, and we go right through a little window. Beautiful. That might actually be the fastest I've ever done that shortcut. It just happened to work so smoothly, it was very nice. We get an extra high jump here so we don't get shot by that turret. Level 16. This is another stage where you're essentially just running forward the entire time, so it was kinda hard for me to actually break this record. But the key is pretty much just to dash to the cannons as fast as humanly possible, because the previous records had not done that. Definitely good to optimize little movements like that. And then here, just to make it an all orbs record as well, we hop to the final platform, slide through, and we've gotten a world record. Now this is what's different for the all orbs category here. For level 1, the only thing that's different is we slide down here for a couple wall runs, and then we just run straight to the end. Level 4, we just have to boost up a couple of walls, making it a little slower, but we do collect the orb, and there you go. Now level 6, we actually have to play this stage now instead of clipping through the wall, so makes it a little more fun. This is also one of my favorite stages to run through. It's very nice and fast and satisfying. We start moving the platform, slide over to it, neatly collect the orb, and we bounce our way to the finish. Very clean. Level 7, we can't actually go out of bounds to go to the end as quickly as possible because there is an orb that we have to collect with the route I would usually use in my any percent run. And then we can just skip these walls, straight to the ending. Very fast. Level 8, we just gotta go around this wall instead of on the other side of it. It does lose a very small amount of time, but a neat run nonetheless. Level 10, we jump over the wall instead of going under it. Very simple, just a small time loss. Level 11 though, we have to do the same pillar trick, all the way to this cannon, and then we actually take the intended route. Unfortunately, the intended route is much slower than skipping the entire stage, but we get a 3590. Level 12 is not much different, but we do have to waste time falling so that we can actually collect the orb when we dash to the cannon. Level 13, here we actually have to go up, and this loses quite a bit of time compared to the any percent. After jumping through the hallway, we just collect this orb, make an accidentally kind of shoddy jump to the cannon, but it was actually pretty fast. Level 14, we also have to play the stage as intended instead of riding the elevator straight to the end. So as we come around here, we jump on this wall, boost up more, and we've got the orb. From here, the rest of the stage plays out pretty regularly. I did get a pretty fast time on it after a couple of attempts, but I didn't have to grind for this record super hard as no one was holding it previously. And that's all of them. So yeah, I conquered 32 world record speedruns, and all within 24 hours of my last video going live. Of course, a lot of these records hadn't been set yet, but I still did my best to run the most convincing times I could manage. For now, I have officially conducted the greatest speedrunning heist of all time, and I am the true champion of Crystal Call. Let me know what you thought of this video in the comments below. I had a ton of fun learning all of these new strategies, and hell, now that I know them, perhaps I could try for an even faster any % run. Granted, a lot of these strategies aren't very consistent, so I would either have to play it safe with consistent slower strats, or risk everything in every run for the perfect any % time. But we'll see what happens. As for now, my name is Myloe, and I'm out.